Good afternoon from Nairobi, Kenya. How are you doing? I hope you guys are fine, amazing, and well. Welcome back, guys, to my channel. Welcome back to another vlog. Welcome back to another video. I'm doing this vlog to just share my experience about being a first-time traveler and using Uganda Airlines, like the cost of the tickets and other things I really want to talk about. And I've taken it upon myself to do so because I literally checked out for a video on YouTube to just get some information, especially for first-time travelers when it comes to all this that I'm going to be talking about, and I wouldn't get any. So I hope in today's vlog, especially for people out there who really want to travel but they think it's not possible, especially like a middle-class person like myself living in Uganda, and wondering, having a lot of questions how things might be on board and Uganda Airlines and everything in that particular category. Today is the video for you. Before I dive into the vlog too, if this is the first time you're watching me, please don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share out with friends and family. I'm Attendant Shylock. I'm a Ugandan content creator, currently right now in Nairobi for my vacation. Yeah, so I have a couple of things I really want to talk about, and I hope you guys they are helpful in one or another. Let's talk about the ticket, guys, because I think it's one of the most obvious things, the ticket and the visa, because for a lot of Ugandans also don't know this, but the ticket was booked about 2 weeks ago. It was 350 USD dollars. Yeah, Uganda Airlines, and that has it's a round trip, 1,274,000 Ugandan shillings for the ticket. That's a round ticket to come to Nairobi and also to go back to Entebbe International Airport. That is the first thing I want to get out of the way. The second thing, you don't need a visa as a Ugandan. You only need your passport or your national ID, and as long as you present that at the check-in point, you are good to go. That's what I presented. I presented my passport. They put in the stamp show that I'm moving out of the country. When I reached Jomo Kenyatta International Airport here in Nairobi, they also stamped in another stamp to just show that I'm actually entered the country. So that was it. Yeah, when it comes to other things I really want to talk about, especially now for the flight itself, Uganda Airlines, I would first of all say that it's such a beautiful plane, especially for a first-time traveler like myself. I'm speaking for myself. And then on top of that, I really love the way how the flight attendants were really paying attention to people's kind of questions, or people asking questions generally or inquiring some things generally, and the way how they try to listen. There was that girl, I think you have seen him on in the video, the previous video. She really paid an attention to almost every other person, and I remember I called her like twice, actually like thrice. The first time while I was getting on plane, I asked her, can I get a video serving me some drinks, and I told her, can I keep up a couple of these glasses as souvenirs? She said yes, and actually she got me more glasses, new glasses. The third time was me moving out of the plane, and I told her, can I take a picture with you? And she literally accepted. So, and you would feel also the warmth in her voice. And obviously other two, they were literally 3 on that particular plane, but all of them were really good people based on the interaction I had with them. And you guys know that I read energy, that. So that was really very good for me. I really felt safe. My anxiety was through the window. I was able to record my videos freely. I was able to interact with passengers freely, because also I made a friend on board. I think you guys have seen by now the video. She's called Claire. She lives in Nairobi. She works in Nairobi. She's Ugandan. So I was really free, and it gave me freeness to be able to record whatever I had to record. Maybe the other thing I want to talk about, which is also something I found peculiar on that flight, it is the the time or the punctuality. Maybe that's the only down thing I really felt about it. Initially, the tickets read that the flight was leaving Uganda around 12 in the day. Then they sent in an email saying that the flight is going to be leaving Uganda at 6 a.m. Then we got the last email. I got that email actually at night, around 10, when I thought that the next day around 12, I'm actually flying out of around 6, I'm flying out of the country. I got an email saying that the plane was changed to 10:20 a.m. in the morning. So I only thought about people who didn't get the messages because they are not calling, they were just sending emails. And I kid you not, when we reached that airport, there were passengers who had come earlier on thinking that the flight was going to be leaving the country on the previous time I just mentioned. So that was the only down thing so far. I really thought about maybe if they sort out that, because someone might have, Ugandans travel. I really know that now for a matter of fact because I saw them, on the plane. Ugandans travel to come to Nairobi to work, and in the evening they go back to Uganda. Can you believe that? But in case someone had a program and you already, moved around their time, then you have, disorganized their time. Safety and security, I felt safe. I wouldn't say that I didn't feel safe on that flight. I really felt safe. First of all, the people around, the hostesses, taking us through the safety measures. It was really, really something that I found very surprising in a way that I didn't know that actually that is done in case anything happens. Then the second thing that really made me safe, they really, really emphasized the belts, the plane belts. They really emphasized that. They also emphasized in case there is any pressure, how to put on your mask. They demonstrated. Then on top of that, they also demonstrated how to fill in your water lifeguard in case there is an issue and we have to go out of water. I really felt safe and secure in one way or another, and it was also really a good experience for me. The next thing that I really would love to talk about is value for money. I feel like my money was really valued for almost 3 million Ugandan shillings, and having to come back and go back to to Entebbe International Airport at that amount, and also giving you a drink and a small snack, and for 45 minutes in air, and yet people are traveling for over hours to reach Nairobi. I really feel like my money was worth it. And actually also I did learn that when you book this ticket like a month or 2 months or 3 months earlier, of which I'm going to be doing occasionally, since right now I have the experience to come to Nairobi, I think that you can save more. I found out that later on that in case I had booked these tickets quite earlier on, they would be even much cheaper, $250. The other thing I really want to talk about that I really found good on this plane, regardless of what coming late, because that was the only issue with it for me. I really, 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 really loved the way how the pilots and the people up front were communicating to people on board. Like, time would come and they tell us that we are in these meters, we have like 5 minutes to land, and it is something I never expected to happen. So whenever they would tell you that, you would actually change, know how much time you are remaining with. Like, I remember telling us that we are in this particular feet of air, and in maybe 5 minutes we're gonna be descending, and in 5 minutes actually the plane started descending, and you would feel that the turbulence. Then I was like, oh good, they warned us. So that was also a good one that I really, 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 really loved about that flight. Then also someone might ask me about the toilet, because I really visited the toilet and I wanted to visit it to know, in case one day, because this time I didn't have to use the toilet, in case one day I have to use the toilet. The toilet, it looked pretty clean for me, but there was some scent of urine coming out. So maybe it is something they have to look into, maybe put in a little bit of air fresheners and cleaning bars or perfumed bars or something like that. But generally, when looking at it from afar, it was clean. But for my sisters and girls out there, Sometimes such places, especially who are used by very many people, most of the time they need extra attention, because most of the time you have to squat on the toilet or whatever the case may be. But it looked clean, but it had some smell of urine coming through. Then maybe on hygiene, I really think that the plane was clean. It was a very clean, plane. I don't remember having any issue. I don't remember any dirt, anything. I don't remember anything that clicked in my mind that actually it was somehow dirty. Then the food and beverages were served, you had an option, either soda, Fanta, Coke, juice, that is the apple juice or mango juice. You had different options, and a chocolate kind of bun. The chocolate buns were amazing, were literally amazing, very, very good. Yeah, that is in my own opinion, nevertheless. Yeah. Some other questions about maybe handling the luggage that might come up. I truly believe that the luggage was handled very well. As soon as we reached Nairobi, we were given a bus to actually take us to the terminal where we were supposed to exit the airport. Then we waited, I believe, for about 5 to 10 minutes. Then our luggages came through that rolling thing. I think I'll put it on screen. It came through that rolling thing, and it was such an amazing feeling, because I usually see it on TVs. It came through that rolling thing, and I was like, yes. Then Hesiri helped me pick my bag and other bags. It was just such an amazing feeling. Our bags came on time, just 10 minutes, no damage. So maybe if someone had lost theirs, but no. Then the other thing I want to talk about is the check-in. I think I was supposed to talk about this probably in the first kind of start of the video, but check-in for me was pretty good, let me kid you not, because forget about the videos that you have seen circulating on social media about Ugandans being mistreated, especially when they're moving out of the country at the airport. This time around, I believe this was a Western guy at the kind of the check-in immigration point. He was so good to me. My God, he was so good to me. He told me, how are you? I'm very fine. How are you too? You are Chilumina? Yes, I'm Chilumina. So you are traveling to Nairobi? Then I was like, yeah, I'm traveling to Nairobi. You want to leave us in the country? Then I was like, no, I'm not leaving the country. I'm coming back. He told me, okay, give me your passport. Help me put your thumb, I was like, there are videos that usually surface on social media about Ugandans leaving the country and how rude all these immigration officers are. That was not them. They told me, put on this finger, put on that finger, put on this and this and this, and yeah, Junior, you are free to go. He literally didn't even take more than 10 minutes. But mind you, my heart was pumping, because I was like, I've seen a couple of videos where when you reach the immigration officer, they might ask you for the hotel booking, for what are you going to be doing in Nairobi, how much time are you spending in Nairobi. Girl, nothing was asked from me by that guy, and I really fancied him. Really fancied him. The check-in was so good. There are 3 check-in security points, all of them very good. People were very kind at the Entebbe International Airport, and I'm still even perturbed by that, because I know Ugandans most of the time they have issues going on in their mind, but they were so good. So that was also a bonus thing I really wanted to talk about. The lounge, the lounge was good. Basic Ugandan lounge. Just chairs. We chilled out at the cafe. That is the Crane Cafe within Entebbe. We had our coffee, our milk tea, African milk tea. It was amazing. It is just a normal lounge, nothing special. Maybe the one thing that I really loved about that lounge, it is the charging ports. I really love the charging points. Yeah, with that said, guys, I truly think that I've touched on most of the points. In case you have any other questions, let me know in the comment section below. Someone might ask me about the hotel. The hotel also was booked about 2 weeks ago. This is a full apartment. I'm actually sharing out with my friends. I'm on vacation with my friends, and the total of it all, initially it was an idea of getting one particular apartment where I can stay on one side and they stay on one side. But last minute an idea came up, and we said, you know what, we can actually rent an apartment in Nairobi, that is in Parklands, and that is where I am right now. So the idea came in, did that, and yeah, it is $220, $202 or $220. I'll have to confirm. And we are staying here for 5 days, and we are departing back to Entebbe International Airport, or back to Uganda, on Friday. Yeah, with that said, guys, I think I've touched on almost every point. I want to really thank you for watching the vlog. I appreciate you from the bottom of my heart, and please don't forget to watch other videos. Tanya and Chanel switching out. Bye for now.